Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College 90.3 WHPC. Tower Talk Business Radio brings you conversations with the top business minds on Long Island and around the nation, including expert consultants and small business owners who have found success, but are also willing to share their top tips, failures, and give gritty, matter-of-fact advice based on their first-hand experience. And now, let's get down to business with Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation.
Welcome to Tower Talk Business Radio, powered by the Nassau Community College Foundation. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, CEO of Keeper of the Brand Marketing and Digital Agency. And my co-host is Ray Schwetz, AVP of NEFCU. We focus on bringing you the premier resource for business and entrepreneurship. Ray and I bring you weekly business advice, tips, tools, and services that help you grow your business. Plus, we interview the top business leaders in the industry. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking over the Tower Talk show for Women's History Month. We're going to discuss hot topics, the impact women have on entertainment and film, plus how women balance the superwoman syndrome. But first, let's jump into Success Chat. There are two ways to share knowledge. You can push information out, or you can pull them in with a story. In marketing, it's not about the stuff you make, but it's about the stories you tell. In film, it's also about storytelling. Now, helping to provide you with business empowerment today is our guest, Stephanie Rance, co-founder of Run Shoot Filmworks, the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival, and Colors of Conversation. Stephanie began her career in entertainment in 1990, working in the A&R department at EMI Records. She eventually became the A&R marketing director and worked on award-winning projects such as Frank Sinatra's Duets 1 and 2, Prince, John Cicada, D'Angelo, Gloria Estefan, and a plethora of others. In 1999, Stephanie became the marketing director of Larry Flint's Code magazine. She eventually formed her own PR and entertainment event planning company, Crescendo, and worked extensively with clients such as Martell Cognac, Bismarcky, HBO, Showtime, and Vanguard Media. Her husband, Floyd, began working with Mr. Spike Lee, the award-winning Law & Order series, and Ernest Dickinson, and Spike Lee on his features including Jungle Fever, Malcolm X, and Clocker. Floyd and Stephanie established Run Shoot Filmworks. Since then, they have produced outstanding visual work for several clients, including Family Dollar, HBO, Martell Cognac, Reebok, including Allen Iverson, and the New York Giants and Foot Locker. Their love for film inspired them to launch the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival and Colors of Conversation. Stephanie, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I appreciate being a part of your program.
We're so excited to have you on. I mean, Stephanie, when we met, I said she would be an amazing guest on our show. And the story you have, I mean, I was running out of breath just to talk about the depth of knowledge and reach and experience that you have. So what inspired you and your interest in filmmaking and storytelling?
That's a great question. You know, I think my husband and I have always had a love of doing events and just sort of being in that entertainment arena. I, like you said, started my career as an intern at SBK EMI Records and really didn't have any aspirations of being in the music industry. It just sort of happened. I applied for something with the Village Voice, which unfortunately doesn't exist anymore. And this is when you used to get a job via a newspaper ad. Anyway, so I got an internship and worked my way up. But I really enjoyed this world, and I thought it was really, really intriguing. And I think the fact that my husband, is in the film industry and does his thing sort of, I guess in the back of my mind, this is something I just always wanted to do.
No, that's fantastic. So how has the film industry changed your life?
Oh, wow, how has it changed my life? How has it changed my life? I know a lot of filmmakers. That's how it changed. I know a ton of filmmakers, screenwriters, producers. Like, it's great. It's just, I think this is what I was what I'm supposed to do with my life, to be honest. I think that this is my true calling. I get excited about thinking of out of the box ideas to inspire people and to create content. It's just something that I really, really enjoy. And I think all the experience I've had in corporate America, with various brands, helping them, reach their desired, target market, has helped me to launch this film festival. I think all of those experiences, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever, that was like my MBA, honestly. That hands-on approach really helped me figure out how to make this happen.
No, so, you are the epitome of reinvention. Just reading your bio, you're reinventing. You've been reinventing. Not
my choice. Definitely not my choice.
That's okay. It's like Madonna. How do you continuously reinvent yourself to make yourself bigger and better? So when I read that bio, I see a woman who's constantly evolving.
I think as women, we have to. I think as women specifically, and not even bringing my race into it, I just think as women, we have to constantly reinvent ourselves and be on the cutting edge. When the first time I left corporate America back in, 2000s, whatever that was, I worked for a woman who was amazing and she was dynamic, but she was also the type of person who didn't like holidays on a Monday. Like, she was crazy like that. And at the time, I was in a relationship with my husband, who was my boyfriend back then. No, I think we were married. But my point is that I had other interests outside of helping somebody else become wealthy. And, I just think that experience just helped me realize that I should really try to do something on my own. I knew that I was a type A person and I give 1,000%. And I knew, back then, Floyd and I wanted to have kids. So I knew that I couldn't work at this job and give 100%. Because you met me, I'm a little crazy. I get very excited. I get very hyper. Anybody who knows me, who's worked with me, knows that I'm definitely a hyper springboard. Like, if I get into the idea, I get into it and I jump in feet first and I just figure it out and I get excited, and it's what makes it great because it's so organic and it's me just spinning my wheels and kind of thinking through how I can make it happen. But I knew I couldn't do that and, work for someone and be a wife and have children. So when I left, I had to kind of think, okay, well, how am I going to stay relevant? Because, and this is in all arenas, I would assume, but definitely in entertainment, it's definitely like, well, okay, that's great. Oh, you're a mom. That's so cute. Good for you. What have you done lately? I hate to say it, but that's the reality. They don't respect you when you leave and you try to come back. So doing this film festival for me was my way to stay relevant in the field that I grew to love. Because honestly, I wanted to just do this and get another job, not thinking that, no, this is what you're supposed to do, so it's been an interesting ride. Did I answer your question? I hope
you
so.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC. I'm Donyshia Boston-Hill, and our guest today is Stephanie Rance, co-founder of Run Shoot Filmworks, the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival, and Colors of Conversation. Now, Stephanie, if you had to do it all over again and you were starting your business, what's the one thing you'd do again, and how would you repeat that? And what's the one thing you would change?
I don't think I'd change anything. I think the way it rolled out was pretty great. I don't know if I would change anything. I think I think what I would have changed, but then I think that experience, I was going to say, I think I would have changed. I did it with a partner in the past, with someone else, and it didn't work out. And then after the first year, I partnered with my husband and did it. But I think had I not had that horrible experience with that other person, I wouldn't have thought of doing it with just my husband and keeping it in the family. So every experience leads you to your next opportunity or awakening. So I don't think I would change anything, to be honest with you.
What's your film business philosophy?
My film business philosophy, I don't know, try. try, and try again. That's pretty much it. Don't give up. Just keep trying. You know, like in the film Finding Nemo, just keep swimming. I love that line. It's a great line.
It definitely is. It definitely is. So, Stephanie, when you're out there and, 16 years later, you're looking back on the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival and you're seeing, all that you accomplished. And you have that starving artist and filmmaker coming to you, trying to really tell their story and pitch you on to please select their film for the film festival. How do you make that decision? And I'm sure it's a tough one.
It is a tough one, It is a tough one. It really is, because I tend to lead with the heart. I really do. That's just me jumping in feet first to everything. I tend to lead with my heart. And, I'll tell you a funny story and then I'm the type of person, when I meet people and I find them really interesting and intriguing, I fall in love with them. I'm like, oh my God, I love, you know what I mean? But I love you in that moment. And then when you're gone, it's over. It's it's gotten me in so much trouble. But that's just how I am. I find people really interesting, and then I kind of dive in. And then once they're out of my life, or they, leave the meeting or whatever, I'm just over them. And that's how it kind of is with the filmmakers. I lead with my heart, and I'm the one who really feels sorry. And I'm like, oh, we should accept it. We should do, and Floyd is great because it's that nice yin and yang, because he's really looking at these films from more of a technical lens than I am. I'm looking at it really from a heart, and their story always gets me. So yeah, it's tough. I hate sending out not accepted letters. I don't like doing that. But sometimes if a film is just bad, then it's bad.
It is what it is.
Receive some of those, yeah.
So now you're launching the Colors of Conversation. Can you share with us a little bit about that event and how that came to fruition?
Yeah, so, the Vineyard is amazing. It can only get but so big, which is not a bad thing, but it's an island in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, and, it just can get as big as it can get. And we're sort of busting at the seams with that activation. We're not going to stop. I love doing that event on Martha's Vineyard, but we've always wanted to do something on the mainland as well, and I just feel like the D.C. area is such a great, I love D.C., I love D.C., Silver Spring, and I just think it's a great place to launch this new venture. Plus, a lot of our analytics show that a lot of our people who come to our festival are from the DMC area, of course, New York, New Jersey, but, that D.C., Maryland, Virginia has a strong following that come to our event. So it made sense. This festival is going to be a lot more conversation heavy. We're going to have a lot of great panel discussions revolving around things that matter to people of color, as well as showing films. But we're not going to show 70 films like we do on the Vineyard. We'll show a smaller amount of films and have discussions, and then we'll have some amazing panels. We're doing one called The Color of Women, the color of media, the color of inclusion, so we're really excited about this. It's June 28th to the 30th, and, it's my new baby, so I'm really excited about it and can't wait to see it unfold.
You are listening to Tower Talk Business Radio. Our guest today is Stephanie Rance, co-founder of Run Shoot Filmworks, the Martha's Vineyard Film Festival, and Colors of Conversation. My name is Donyshia Boston-Hill, along with the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
I'm a college student and could use advice about my student loan.
I had to leave school and go to work. Now I have to pay back student loans for a degree I don't have. Fortunately, I found assistance.
Back in college, I figured they wouldn't lend me more than I could easily pay back. Boy, was I wrong. Thankfully, I got the help I needed to pay back my loan in full.
Sound familiar? The good news is that student loan repayment options are available. We're the NFCC, the National Foundation for Credit Counseling, a nonprofit organization with member offices nationwide that provide comprehensive financial reviews and student loan counseling. NFCC certified consumer credit counselors provide one-on-one financial counseling and can help you evaluate options for making student loan payments, reducing interest, debt consolidation, or even loan rehabilitation. Call 877-406-6322 or visit us online at studentloanhelp.org.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your